Hey guys, it's Phil Evans with BayAreaLifestyle.com, and today we are here with sweet Georgia Brown of Fidelity National Title. We are so lucky to have her here with us today. She is an incredibly seasoned escrow officer, and she's here to talk with us about all things title and escrow. One of the things that buyers and sellers will probably be worried about is the amount of time that's going to take to close. How soon they can get their money, I guess, is what everybody wants to know. Or their house. How soon can they get their house? So what can buyers and sellers and agents and everybody involved do to make the escrow process close faster and smoother? What are some red flags that people should be aware of that might extend the time for escrow if they don't disclose or something like that?
Sure. Happy to go over those with you. At the beginning of the escrow, when you receive your prelim from Fidelity National Title, there is a front cover sheet that asks you some important questions, but I'll go over some of those items with you. What we need to know, buyer or seller side, is that are we using a power of attorney for either the sellers or the buyers? And if we are using a power of attorney, we need to have a copy of that power of attorney because our title officers only allow us to use a 1-year currently signed power of attorney. If it's 10 years old, it's not going to be worthy.
And does a power of attorney need to be notarized or anything like that, or can somebody's dad just kind of quick type up a Word document and have him sign it and that's good enough?
I wish that was the case. No, we have to prepare the power of attorney.
Oh, okay.
We are responsible to notarize it, and it can be with any Fidelity a company, and we have our sister companies that can also come in to play, which is Lawyers Title or Chicago Title, that can help them notarize. But we do need to know if we need to do the power of attorney for buyers or sellers, and then we can send that out so that gets notarized, or they can come and visit us, and we'll be happy to do so.
Okay, great.
Some of the other red flags are you using, are you working with a partnership or
kind of like a LLC or something
an
like that?
LLC,
or
a partnership or a corporation, because in that sense, we need to know that they have all the appropriate documents that title will require to review.
Okay.
The other items are the parties deceased. That's one of the biggest ones that we never get told of, that maybe you're working with the daughter of somebody who is going to list with you, and the mother is deceased. That's the big problem, because we need to be prepared to have the documentation such as a death certificate and prepare an affidavit for that person that has since passed away.
Speaking of that, you know, in California, trusts are an important thing, right? Otherwise, the estate automatically goes to probate. So does that affect the escrow in any way, whether it's a trust versus a probate?
It also affects the escrow too. If we have the actual trustees who are our sellers, we're good to go. We have them sign a trust certification that says they are the acting trustees. But if, like again, we're working with a daughter or a son or a relative that is now the successor trustee, we need to have the copy of the trust agreement so we can send that to title, and they can tell us who the acting trustee is to verify. And we would need to prepare an affidavit of death of trustee.
Okay, great. Any other red flags?
Oh, yes, we have a few. Principal residence is an important one.
Oh, okay.
So do we have a seller who's selling a personal residence? Or do we have a seller who lives out of the state of California, or maybe even the out of the U.S., because there is withholding that we would need to take care of.
Okay, for taxes.
And that can cost some money.
Oh, you bet.
And we don't want to have your seller come to visit us and know that I'm going to withhold money as a non-owner occupied.
Yeah.
And if you're interested, if they're living outside the U.S., it is now 15% of the sales price that we would have to withhold and send to the IRS. If it's and they also get hit with the franchise tax board, which is at 3.3% of the sales price. So it's a considerable amount of money in which you don't want to look bad to your seller if we notify them at the signing table. If they're owner occupied, there should be no issues whatsoever. They have to fill out a form called a 593C. And I always advise that you receive that 593C ahead of time, so you can give that to your seller and he can be prepared as to what questions he can go over with his tax person.
That's a great
One of the other items is make sure that you have your driver's license or a passport when you're signing.
Okay.
Believe me, people come and they are not prepared to give the notary that
Good point.
document.
Yeah. Okay.
Very important.
That's great.
The other thing is if we have people who are no longer married to each other, sometimes that can be a problem because we're going to be signing sellers who are splitting up, divorcing, and they don't want to sign with each other. And we can make arrangements for that.
That's great.
We're happy to see them separately, but we need to know also how the money is going to be dispersed on the two sellers. We can't make that determination, and the agent can't make that determination, but let's just say that they're not going to split the money equally, and we don't want to have any arguing going on.
That's a great point. Great tip.
Yeah.
Speaking of people that are owner-occupied versus investors, what about 1031 exchange? That's one that a lot of people talk a lot about. Do you need to know that?
Yes, we need to know that because there are documentation that we would need from the 1031 exchange company that either the seller or the buyer who are doing the exchange will need to sign, but the buyer or seller also have one document in that process where they would need to sign. So it's very important that we know that it's a 1031 exchange, and we can offer the listing agent or selling agent a wonderful 1031 exchange company.
Yeah. Now, does Fidelity National Title, do you guys have a company that handles 1031s?
Yes, we do. We have the IPX 1031 exchange company, and Ron Ricard is a wonderful gentleman who we can forward on that information to you for.
Great. Yeah, reach out to Georgia or myself if you need Ron's information because you're thinking about doing a 1031. We'd be happy to get that to you.
Yeah, and the only couple other red flags that I can think of what might be vesting issues, how they're going to hold title, and also if there's any other liens that might show up that we need to take care of, that we're signing the people and they are unaware of deeds of trust on the property.
I see.
That's important.
Well, Georgia, thanks so much again for being with us today and giving us so much helpful information about title and escrow. Why don't you tell everybody where they can reach out to you at?
I'm at Fidelity National Title in Burlingame at 405 Primrose Road, and my contact number there is 650-348-8261. Ask for Sweet Georgia Brown, and I'm happy to help you.
Sweet Georgia Brown. And I'm Sweet Phil Evans with BayAreaLifestyle.com. You can reach me out at 650-503-3694 or just go to BayArea-Lifestyle.com and you find my email information down there below as well. Thanks so much, guys. Till next time, talk to you soon.